Yo, what's up folks, TCG here, and today we have an absolute doozy. You might be familiar with 4-Color Legends, and you might be familiar with Greasefang, and here we're combining both together. This isn't exactly a new concept, but this variant we're playing 4 colors is pretty amazing. So we have our Greasefang combo. Greasefang, a keeper boss, obviously returns a vehicle from your graveyard to the battlefield. We have 3 copies of Esper's Chariot, we've got a Sky Sovereign, and we also have, of course, our Parhelions to really put the power onto the board, you know. Turn three pseudo wins. Love to see it. But the real interesting thing here is what else is going on. So at 1 we have Skrell, Defector Mite, legendary creature, of course, which is very important. Obviously playing Mox Ambers, we'll get to, but can protect your other creatures. Awesome. Guess what? That protects the Greasefang. Okay, nice. They have to kill the Skrell, and then they kill the Greasefang. Fine. But you're putting a lot of pressure on your opponent to be able to have multiple copies of removal spells available when you're on the play on like effectively on their turn 2. They need to kill both the Skrell and the Greasefang, which against some decks is just impossible. That's against a lot of the decks. So, we've got Skrell, we've got Mox Amber, obviously giving us mana, we've got a bunch of legendary creatures, and we can use the Mox Amber to accelerate, which is pretty cool. Get us to early Shield Dreads, which is obviously the main thing that the kind of like legendary deck does in general, and then similarly like Chariots, and letting us cast more spells. We do have a little nombo. We do want to cast the Mox Amber on someone all the time because we are also playing Thalia of Thraben. So hey, we can tax our opponent a bunch. We have a mana advantage with the Mox Amber. We're going to tax their mana, and then we're going to present to them a combo that they have to interact with, or they will lose. And that's the idea here. Just 3 copies. Again, like hey, most of the creatures in this deck are legendary. There are going to be hands you draw with like multiple copies, but 3 copies of Thalia is great. Rona is one of the most important cards here. So we've got Skrell to protect, Thalia to kind of slow our opponent down. Rona lets us actually enable Greasefang without using too many instant sorceries and keep our legendary count high. It's a looter, so that tap, draw a card, discard a card ability, but whenever you cast a legendary spell, which of course our deck is full of, you get to untap it. Now, there has been like Rona combo stuff with Retraction Helix, which we don't have Explorer yet, but here we're really focused on getting the combo going with Greasefang, or later on, if you get kind of flooded, you can transform Rona, and it becomes a 5/5 like Phyrexian Obliterator that, like, instead of dealing damage, you cast cards from them. It's a 5/5 with trample. Whenever a source deals damage to Rona, Tolarian Obliterator, that source's controller accesses a card from their hand at random. If it's a land card, you get to put it on the battlefield. Otherwise, you can cast it for free. Pretty awesome, pretty awesome. And of course, if you draw multiple copies of Rona, you can just loot it away to itself. And then that helps you get your Esper's Chariot, your Sky Sovereign, your Parhelions into the graveyard to bring back with Greasefang. There are also a couple of other really nice legendary enablers at 3. And the first of those is Emery, Lurker of the Lock. Costs cheaper for each artifact you have in play, so with Mox Amber, hey, you can play this on turn 2. And guess what? Skrell is also an artifact, which lets you do some pretty nutty stuff. You can go like turn 1 Skrell Mox Amber, turn 2 Emery Thalia, and turn 3 Greasefang, and your opponent has to cast 2 removal spells through a Thalia to actually stop you. Yeah, pretty nuts, right? But yeah, so Emery enters the battlefield, mills 4 cards, and then you can recast artifacts in your graveyard. This is like shenanigans you do Mox Amber. Obviously, you'll be able to cast like things like Esper's Chariot, Sky Sovereign from your graveyard. Parhelion is a little harder, probably not likely to happen. And even like recurring Skrell, all really awesome things you can do in the deck. Then we also have 3 copies of Rafine, Scheming Seer, so a bit of a staple of these legendary decks. White, blue, black. 1/4 flying ward, and then of course, whenever you attack, target attacking creature connives, which gives you another way to get your vehicles into the graveyard for Greasefang. We have Rona, Emery, and Rafine as like pretty solid enablers to get Greasefang going. Obviously, 4 copies of Greasefang itself, self-explanatory. Then at 4, we have those 3 copies of Shield Dread. Again, with Mox Amber, you can really accelerate towards it, put some pressure on, and again, you've got ways to protect it. You got to stall your opponent out from being able to cast removal spells. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Then the 3 Chariots, the 1 Sky Sovereign, and the 4 Parhelions. The mana base, so, legendary creatures. We've got 4 copies of Plaza of Heroes to kind of enable our kind of 4-color thing going on. We then have 2 copies of Mana Confidence, because hey, you still need to ensure you've got decent mana. It's a little painful, but you can kind of put up with it. Then, 1 Ordinary Grave, 2 Darkslick Shores, 1 Godless Shrine, 3 Concealed Courtyards, 3 Sea Ghosts, playing a lot of fast lands, 2 copies of Takanoma, 3 Otawara, and 1 Django. And the reason why you can kind of afford to do this is because we are playing a deck full of legendary creatures. Each of these gets reduced, but its mana cost to activate, by the number of legendary creatures you control, and so you can often go Takanuma for 1, Otawara for 1, or a Django for 1. Super powerful. Django's kind of weak to these effects because it's so much conditional, but being able to bounce your opponent's stuff, being able to recur, and also, well, recur your creatures and then also enable Greasefang with the Takanuma, amazing. So 2, 3, 1, and then lastly, a single copy of Plains. This deck is super sweet. I'm going to take it into some ranked games in a moment. We've also got a sideboard here. So, I even crafted the Hopagiripo for this. Let's start with that, I guess. 1 mana for a 1/1 with flying. Legendary artifact creature, again. Legendary dot deck. Sacrifice it until your next turn. Target player who's dealt combat damage by it can't cast on creature spells. This means, say, for example, you're attacking with this, you're bringing your like angels back into play. You do damage, you can sacrifice it. Your opponent can't like Supreme Verdict or Wrath your angels away. Or, alternatively, something like a combo deck like Creativity can't do their combo. Really, really awesome. Nice like little tech piece here. 2 copies of Portable Hull for aggro decks. 2 copies of Destroying Evil. Really solid answers for enchantments or big creatures or the shield dreads, that kind of thing. Some other cool stuff. We've got some more legendary cards, but in terms of Planeswalkers, with Kaito Shizuki, 1 blue-black for 3/3, +1, draw a card, then discard a card unless you attack this turn. It's another enabler for Greasefang. One of the main things here is that you can play Kaito and then activate it and then it'll phase out, which means that you get to kind of protect it for a turn. You can play it even if you've got no board presence, get a loot in, and then carry on. -2, make a ninja, can't be blocked. Awesome, awesome. And then -7, if you get there, you get an emblem with whenever a creature you control does combat damage to a player, search your library for a blue or black creature card, put onto the battlefield, then shuffle. We've got some pretty nice things to shoot it for, but hey, that's kind of a pipe dream. There's another portable here, so actually, sorry, there are 3 copies total, let me fix this, a Portable Hull. We've got Tormod's Crypt for some graveyard hate, we have 3 copies of Thoughtseize for the combo decks, and then 2 copies of Redain versus decks playing like Fires, Sweepers, that kind of thing. Either control or things like Fires mentioned, mono green, but you can just really slow them down, and they kind of come in alongside to kind of play alongside Thales and just make our opponent have to cast infinite mana to cast their spell. And the last thing here is 1 single copy of Filigree Silex. It's a ratchet bomb, so it deals with tokens, but hey, also deal with troublesome like lots of either the prowess deck where they're making lots of 0 mana cards in terms of tokens, or things where they're putting lots of like 1 mana opponents to play, something more like Hogak or Elves, that kind of nonsense. And of course, it is legendary, so there's a bunch of stuff with all the cards. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Let's hop into some ranked games. If you're not already, please do subscribe to the channel. I really appreciate it. And let's go. Alright, here we go. Into our first match here with 4-color legendary Greasefang. And you got green for the chariots, it counts. Here we go. See what we're up against. Opponent is on the play. Have a double Emery, Chariot, Hellion, but the most important thing is you don't really have a great way to find Greasefang. I think we take a mulligan. We can do better. This looks pretty solid. We do need a land, but I can happily put a shield dread back. I feel good about this. Okay, there's the land we need. What do we want to give away? Give away the least. I think we put the Secret Coast, because maybe getting our spirits. They sequence a bit differently. We'll see, we'll see. Okay. Interesting. Moxham Emery. They said 2 mana here. I like the idea. I like the idea of Tharley a bit better. Otherwise, likely to draw a counter spell. So we'd rather keep the Emery, get the counter spell out of the way now, and use the Emery to find a vehicle for Greasefang. Again, that means it's not creativity. Yeah, actually, it makes his Meteor Bolts look a bit weird. Curiosa and Curiosa. Sorry, it's like I want to sequence this. Yeah, we will play out attack anyway. With Amory. What do they have here? Another mate disappear. Okay. No, these are fine. Sure, sure. I'm being done. No. Oh yeah, it does definitely stop it. Okay. Oh, we can just snap a Shieldred off. They have 4 cards on hand. We don't need to have we don't need to kind of reveal that we're on like a Greasefang version of Legends. Currently, they should have no idea, so I feel pretty good about that. Okay, the third mate disappear comes out. Fine. We're out of position. If we draw something like Emery, we can go Emery into Greasefang. We have the facilities for that. All right, let's see. What's the big idea? All right, the Pain of Giganta. Maybe they have the 4th mate disappear. Kind of priced into casting this anyway. Alright, unfortunately, Giganta is larger. See what they have. Yeah, a little bit of a clunky draw. I guess Rona helps smooth a ton of this stuff out. We also kind of got curved a little with triple mate disappear on with them on the play. Okay, so here we have Scroll at least. That's like all we're doing. Yeah. Okay. Sure. Yeah, not up to a lot right now. However, one good draw could be game over for them. Depends just how much you've actually got left. Yeah, okay. They're gonna pass back. We didn't talk about the activation on Puzzle of Heroes, but this can give is indestructible. The other thing we didn't talk about with the sideboard is that because a lot of the sideboard cards are artifacts, you can buy them back with Emery. We have a pile of Greasefang. Take life of it. Go pro red. Alright, goes 3. Well, that's fine. In that case, I don't want to cast anymore. Just want to Rona. Interesting one here is that we will be able to threaten to flip Rona next turn. We're on 16. Maybe they get aggressive with the Gigantha. But that'd be weird because they didn't attack before and they still had a pretty good attack into it. Okay, animate Mutavault. Oh, it could be like a Transmogrify effect. Yeah, so Transmogrify attracts her? Okay, right. I should have realized this. Really, I was literally looking at this stuff earlier today. Trying to work out what I want to build with next. They even have the flip the switch going. Yeah. It's sweet, but I kind of like, I don't know how I feel about Transmogrify Attractor versus Creativity. Where, like, both the things are doing at sorcery speed. You can attract her quicker. But sometimes I struggle to work out how we're actually winning the game on this side of the board. Alright. Rona goes away. Okay, well, bouncing attracts is not great because of the Gigantha in play. Feels weird. I've chosen green here because these are both green. Which is interesting. The problem is they've drawn a bunch of cards. Yeah. They go. This costs 2. We're using card players. Once they've tapped the Gigantha, I feel a bit better about just letting bounce the Attractor. But until that point, I don't feel great about it. They also then have to tap the Gigantha again and spend time doing this. Oh, why is this bugging? Is this bugging out? Okay, there we go. I always panic my client's just gonna crash out. They're having a bit of a think here. They know that they can recast it with Gigantha. Okay, they will can't exploit Greasefang now. Sure. Alright, alright. Yeah, we don't know the bottom of the library because it shuffles. We don't always take Greasefang into the graveyard. Can cast this. What does that look like? They're on 11. Let me just cast this and have a deal. We're still in a situation where the same cards are somewhat good. Alright, yeah, we've got interaction. We're at 11. Skrelv cannot block, so you might as well attack, I think. You can't protect yourself anyway. Ooh, take them with the 3 poison. Alright, alright. Ooh, Shot Typhoon's a big game. Yeah. I think like it's like 2 Atraxa, 3 Shark Typhoons. And you've got 4 Transmogrify, and you're playing 4 copies of the counter spell that makes a 2/2 zombie. And like some Mutavolts. And this is the Mirax has been a new, oh, not a new, but a recent adaptation for like all these kind of creativity style decks. Even if this isn't actual creativity. Okay. Yeah, we've probably lost this one. Yeah, a little clunky on our part. We did, again, kind of get... Oh, okay. There's so much mana up. Yeah, this is the counter spell I'm talking about. Counter spell wants to pay 4, but then create a 2/2 zombie with Decade, which of course doesn't matter because you're transferring it away. They've seen most of what we're doing now, so I think I can see how they play, but we are... In fact, it's very dead. Yeah, so you can get back the chariot or attack into track. Let's keep it up game to game 2. Okay. Another off game 1, but we went like 2 drop, 3 drop, 4 drop into make disappear. We can't feel too bad. Right, so things good versus Transmogrify type things. We have the Redains, which obviously make their Transmogrifys more expensive, along with things like they want to decide to cash shots, I think, that kind of weird stuff. I'm not super in on this Hope character here. Like in theory, we could take them off of Transmogrify for a turn. There's some potential. Let's have a look at what we want to bring out, actually. That too. Very evil. I don't think it's... I guess maybe we just need to have some answers. How do I feel about it? In terms of what we are cutting. Yes, it's the hard bit. Sky Sliver's not good here. They've got like big creatures going on. The 7 cards. Yeah, I think we just deal with if a track hits the board, it hits the board, and we just try and disrupt them enough that it doesn't happen. So I like these. The Redans are good. We're a little clunky on the top end. We maybe cut a shoulder and a chariot. I think that our enablers are fine. If they're bringing graveyard hits, kind of okay. But the joy of this is that the kind of like mid-rangey plan is still pretty solid. So yeah, 3 cards. Or a back half type of gear. All it's really doing is maybe fogging Transmogrify for a turn, but it doesn't do that very well. Okay. Few more things. Again, the Redain's just too good. Again, Skrelv to protect people. Graffine's the worst enabler. But yeah, I think Emery's from like a little. We're coming down on turn 2. Alright, we'll do this. Interesting one. These kind of decks getting more copies of those like fire prophecy effects, the 3 damage ones that put cards up on the library, that let them kind of protect their tracks if they draw them. Really bad for Greasefang actually. Oh, this is unfortunate. Sadly can't keep. Alright, down to 6 again. We've got we keep, I don't know what we're botting in here. We've got Thoughtseize Greasefang. I guess we maybe just get rid of the Raffine because that's a card that we can't cast. 3 lands? Yeah. I thought he's early. In case they have something like Rest in Peace.
Not rested. Something like graveyard hate thing. Okay, so Spell Pit is good to know about. Shark Typhoon. Let's just take the Volcanic Smite. Fight. Alright. We're gonna have a Pierce. The Esper's Chariot. And then wants to go on with the rest of our hand. I'm gonna play this. Oh, they played a tap line actually. Doesn't work the way I want it to. I'm basically holding this Moxam Beer to pretend like it's a Spell Pierce target. This Redain's actually a fantastic draw. So if they have, these are the cards we know about. There's 2 mystery cards, but they're gonna look to Impulse here. I want to draw the Spell Pierce out so we don't get our Esker's Chariot Spell Pierce. Is what I'm thinking. We'll cast this. Maybe they've drawn to like a Make Disappear. Okay, sure. They're just gonna Impulse away. Do you think I still don't want to cast as Mox Amber? Yeah. I just want to draw them into like a spell piercing it, but I just don't think that's gonna happen anymore. Now we've got 3 lands in play already. We'll see, we'll see. Yeah, there are a limited number of ways to cast the Esker's Chariot. Got Plaza, a couple of mana confidences, and that's just a case of, hey, loot it away to Rona. Speaking of Rona, we actually can't cast. I want to make them make some moves. If we go like Greasefang, we can threaten like Moxamber Forties ourselves. I don't know if they're falling for that one. But the switches, yeah. We don't have the blue source for Rona either. Alright, alright. The mana kind of punishing us a little here. We rejoice slightly that they can't Transmogrify it quite yet. 4th land, but it's a black one, is not what we want. So they can make a token here off of Mirrex. Okay. Dockland. Okay, blue source is good. You're in danger. So next time I can just try and Transmogrify. Oh, this is the dumbest. I don't know what. Let's have the shot. I thought maybe they drawn into another Shark Typhoon. Let's try with Rona. Okay. What have they got? I guess they're thinking about Make Disappearing with the copy ability. Maybe sacrifice another K-Token? Okay, no. Yeah, this is looking like they just have they're gonna have a Transmogrify effect. Die. Not die, but this time on Shark Week. They do have limited blue and red sources. Okay, actually that's alright. Activate Rona. This is a strange one. We'll discard to Young Grace for now. Let's Mox Amber to untap. We have to have a bit of a go off here. I'm gonna dump the Chariot. This one. We're gonna try a transform here. This is the greediest thing I might have ever done in the game. Like it's slightly better than just Okay, it's forcing a removal piece. Okay. All those weird spots where we like the Takanuma, but should probably lead. Okay. We don't want to attack the. Well, we can't attack the red. Alright, let's see what they got again. Again, they can Mirax up here. They should have the menagerie of tokens. We have Greasefang, but only for Chariot. Ah. Troublesome, troublesome. Here we draw, I guess. Assuming they don't have the Transmogrify, that is. Yeah, I was saying it's an interesting one between this deck and the like more traditional Graders creativity deck with Xenagos and World's Play one. Or in fact the Torrential Gearhulk one, which maybe has the best win rate actually. I don't know about that for sure. It has a lot of consistency because you just get to play like a control game plan. Alright, so we see a Rending Volley. A nightmare. Maybe they'll fire that off straight away, that'd be cool. Wouldn't mind that. Alright, no. Oh, it's just so lights out. We're on 16, they've got big flying attackers. I think they get to kill our Greasefang this time. The problem is that Greasefang at the minute is only actually getting Esper. Oh dear. We just have to play it, otherwise they end step kill the Redain and we just die on the spot. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. We get to meet the combat. Misclick, please. We don't. We'll keep hold of the Seacombe Coast. Boy, unfortunately, there's not a ton we could have done differently this game. Getting a bit punished for how clunky our deck is. This puts us down to 6. Okay. Okay, drawing run of land not going to help us either. Alright, well, we're starting things off with a loss, but we can move forward. Next match. Oh, I just missed loading in here. Oh yeah, we have gone ahead and kept this. It's a weird hand, a little slip. We have Thalia, Shoulder, we have the Esper. We have a pretty good card, then if we draw through, like, ways to get the Bohelian into the graveyard, and that sort of stuff, then hey, big upside. We want to conceal the Positive Heroes as long as possible. I plan to turn to Thalia, kind of go from there. The second Bohelian, not necessarily what we are actually looking for. However, we'll see. Hallowed Fountain could mean a lot of different things. Okay, Hallowed Fountain with this kind of planes means almost certainly blue-white control. The awkward, yeah, plus 9 mana now. The Plaza of Heroes Go is a little damning. Okay. Oh, like the, hey, maybe they have, oh, no, okay. Oh, okay. For a minute I was like, got really excited because I saw the Stern Proctor. I guess they may be playing around as something like a Made Despair or something like that. But, I got really excited with the Mistgate pathway. I was like, oh, maybe on Spirits, but then this is purely Lotus Field. We could just get, no, we can't just get Field. It's just Shieldred. Carry on with our thing. And if the Thalia dies, we get Teska's Chariot. Neat. Cool. So Plaza is target, not all. Can't protect both of them. But hey, that's sure just start getting chip damage in. And importantly, we'll be able to attack. Oh, the other thing about how they sequence is that because they played a land and then played the Strict Proctor, it's pretty clear that they are not. Oh, like, no, again, they can't have Wandering Empress because of the Thalia. They're not. Then they didn't have the Lotus Field in hand, basically. So like, go up a bunch of mana. I don't want to attack with both. I really, in spite of the Thalia kind of like keeping us off these Esker's Chariots, I think this is. My plan here really is to make this attack and then hold up Plaza of Heroes in case they have a Supreme Verdict. See. Oh, okay, they've got an Django? Is that the grand plan? Let's still sacrifice this. The 2-for-1 keeps it alive. Do you think they have a Wrath and an untapped land? A Wrath and an untapped land. I mean, go on. We'll risk it. If they have a Wrath, it's because of the Thalia, so like we're still in a position where we just need to draw a land card. I mean, at least have the Greasefang, so we don't have nothing to play. Alright, Wandering Emperor will exile the Shoulder, but that could be worse. We also get a land. Let's kill the Wandering Emperor. Me just double checking that this actually does what I want it to do. We will go Greasefang into. Oh, Logs Ember into Greasefang. Like things like the right way around. Alright, so again, they can have a Wrath here. Wandering Emperor wasn't too bad. Not have to Fairy. I always start worrying they're gonna like discontinuity randomly and just have some in hand. They're a little way off that yet. Well, like a mana. The main phase memory deluge is a little damning. Maybe they just need to hit mana. Yeah, okay. So, we're in a position again when we've got this puzzle here. I don't know what they have. So we're just gonna play it, do what we can. And the normal now. And let's see Coast. Got plenty of things we want to discard already in hand. And so go, and again we're kind of like, you have a Wrath, I have a Plaza. You have a Wrath, I have a Plaza. Ignore the fact that the Plaza Stone Marines me. And they're really digging here. I have to mute myself with the cough. I'm a little under the weather. They find a 7th land. I guess they're looking for? Ryan is really nice, but I think that given they're going down to 10, or maybe get punished horribly. Okay, they had 3 mana up, so I was really worried about a shot time into 1. Oh, at least his first strike survives. Given they're at 4, I think we just hold the Plaza. Again. Alright, another Impulse. I guess they actually just need Farewell. Is that also not... Oh, actually. No, that's 7 mana for Farewell. That also exiles the Mox Amber. Good one. Okay. Exile or... Sadly. Wasn't no problems. Alright, we have 5 mana. Can Chariot up and I'll play the one. Alright, again, we're presenting lethal here. Alright, 4 mana, 5 mana. The Fairy. They're just still not seeing the Lotus Field.
I know what must be done.
It's possible.
Let's skip to the good part.
The Lotus Field with they do have one. The ability with Severity to untap these instead of normal lands gives you access to a lot more mana. So they'll have 6. It's enough to discontinuity. It's annoying. For sure. Again, we just kind of do what we can. Maybe have like a Sakana Drift actually. But alright. Sure. This is the card I was talking about before. Normally this is another thing that enables them to go and let them play their Lotus Field and keep their lands. So 3 blue blue blue, end the turn. But if they cast on their turn it costs 2 and a blue, well 2 blue blue less a cast. So just 1 and a blue mana. Which lets you go Lotus Field and then you pay the 1 and a blue to not sacrifice the other one. Or to stop us doing some weird thing on their turn. But yeah. Interesting one. Alright, so now they've got 2 Lotus Fields which they can now untap with Teferi. They just have a pile of discontinuities. Like a 6-mana Time Walk is still a Time Walk. What's our best bet? Okay, I think if we go New Chariot, might have a alright, again, nothing we can really do here. Discontinuity comes through. This is now on 7. This is -8 to ultimate, but then they start exiling things every time they draw, which is pretty doomed. Impulse goes off. I guess I can even just look for another one. Dig for it. What do we got? With Delusion again, yeah, they just get to kind of find exactly what they need. You're always untapping 6 mana. It's so powerful. You're looking for a deck to pick up, with, and you don't mind your games taking forever, then the Blue White Lotus deck is good. Just an exercise in patience. Oh jeez, sorry. Okay. I really am under the weather. There it goes again. There it goes again. Hopefully get copyright struck by song anymore. The elevators music video, that's all. Okay. Go. What do we got? So it's up to 8 here. They may just have an actual extra turn spell. Still set for 6 white, which is like a... I'm gonna... We have Rona. This is game 1 actually, I should probably just scoop it up so we're not here for half an hour. I'll just see what else I do here on the turn. They do nothing, then... Draw a card, and if it's not good, make like a tree. This could be an Epiphany, it could be like a Doomscar. Could even be a Strongheim Unleashed to make all the angels. That's not literally the worst, they've just got so much here. We don't have a way of pressuring Gary. He's looking at ult. Yeah, let's skip it. Alright, game 2. The sideboarding. The Redanes are in, Thought Teasers are in. We want Kaito here, and that is about it. Actually, Hope is okay. I'm gonna board a lot of cards. They don't have tons of spot removal. Makes these scrolls quite bad, I think. I'll cut 2 and then see where we are. Thelane is obviously great. Emery, Graphene, kind of nice. They've not seen the Emery, so I'm likely to leave them in, but they might have Rest in Peace. Oh, jeez. Yeah, Rona really is our best enabler. Like, in these matchups. But, like, normally just straight up Emery is. And this guy's so Let me Super Threat Dance. I'm gonna cut the scrolls. We're bringing the hopes, I think. And then I hate cutting Mox Amber. I absolutely don't want to do that. And notably, Hover Group does not make mana Mox Amber. I feel like we need to. Yeah, we'll cut a shoulder. Okay. Put it a little different than last time. I'm not set in my ways yet. I've not been playing this set for. I was doing a bit of a deck dive, and just scouring through this and was like, "This is awesome." I have to play it. All right. It's a little slow. Like we're not doing anything really until turn 3. Kaito's pretty great. Redan's both pretty great. And then, a Chariot. On the level, that's fine. Having cards is good. It also gives us a way to shift these lands. We draw into extras. I'm gonna keep this, even though it's a bit slow. I'm afraid to flame me in the comments later. Alright, so they did mulligan. They might be looking for Rest in Peace. Which, to be fair, this is a pretty good hand against, so... Hey, checkmate. Alright. In the danger of us drawing another fast lane, because we are playing quite a lot, I would play Coast out. They did end up on... Oh, they ended up on 5? Okay, jeez. Extra Kaito. I love it. I have to kind of... I mean... Alright, we're gonna play into stuff.
The system can't fix everything.
I know something you don't know.
Alright, we'll keep this Mox Amber hidden. Basically, discarding the Chariot or Kaito now, then be able to Greasefang next turn and threaten that, even though they don't have that much any resources. Also plays reasonably well around this like potential Doomscar, which committing creatures to the board. Though, hey, if we get the Redeem down, yeah, we're fogging it out. But like, if they wrath the Greasefang away, like we've still have the Chariot to then attack with like want to do. Is the logic there? They also, I was chilling. He will go off to the bar. Okay. I'll use Mox Amber. Let's see if this resolves. It does. Acid Greasefang. I'm not expecting this to resolve. But it could. Why we're here. I'm having a bit of a think. I feel like they maybe have like a farewell. One of the tricky things here is that actually we can bounce the green they've got if what they have is a removal spell. I mean, this looks pretty good so far. Again, they can have a wrath, that kind of stuff. Oh, I'm being dumb. We can activate this for a minute. We can now with the Chariot in play while it's a creature. Okay, it's a legendary creature. Somebody once did that, tried to presage me with like for 1 mana. They have their Enix in play. SMH. Not how that works. Oh, please don't just crash. Not like this. We kind of went through our attack. I'm just going to restart. Pray for me. Restarting the client. Restart the client. We're coming back. We're coming back. We'll load him back in. This text showing description. Not filming with loads of faith. I won't lie. We are currently waiting. Oh, please let me in. Oh, we're back. There's 30 seconds of loading up. I don't know why it's going through that.
Get in, get out. Easy mission.
Still here in combat. Guess they used a bunch of time. Let's take out the site, eh?
I know something you don't know.
Alright. Again, we have a way between this kite and the next one to tick up and get another card back, one of these chariots back into the graveyard. That bit's fine. So, hey. Do they have a Wrath again? Is this a Doomscar? If it's a Doomscar, maybe they just play it. They do that, we kind of get to keep doing our thing. It is a Doomscar, okay. Fine, what do we draw into? Takanuma. That's a plus Coyote. And maybe draws us into the source.
This is a juicy secret.
Already into play, be a bit annoying. I'll play that to war it out because now we can. Which is solid. We can also stop some of their discontinuity shenanigans. So, whatever it is in the end. Alright, game 3. I like how you sideboarded it? Question mark? Which I mean, I don't like it that much. The chariots are a little awkward. Maybe we bring a Raphine back. Doesn't maybe a bit nicer? Okay. I'll leave Raphine's at 2. Alright. Just because like even there, like again, there's a lot of situations where you can't cast them. Needs. Alright, we'll see. Alright, move back into the game, we drew it even, and now go to game 3. This has been 2 fairly long matches actually, despite us getting crushed in 2 games. Double walk sound with Rona I think is keepable, kind of deal with that. Also the Pause of the Heroes are great. Oh, it's actually a pretty nice hand. Yeah. It's like to some extent how he drew it up. Alright. Hopefully what they have here. Land in for 1 pass. Do you think they have? Oh, okay.
This is it's not how we drew that. Okay, now we've got spare Greasefang. I'm gonna get too greedy. Only taps for blue to be fair as well. I just want to end up with extra mana. I guess we can flip it. Basically, we're casting Greasefang with mana open for disappear. Make disappear, which is why we've done this Mox Hammer thing. So that we can pay the mana. Alright, nice. And that'll take us there. Wait, I think I will play one more. Alright, let's see the next one. Alright, match number 3. Super close match, I guess. These are the first couple of games, but the last game we kind of had the nut draw. Given, yeah, that was pretty nice. Do you get to be on the plate as well? Oh, ha. These are the kinds of hands that you can expect with this deck. They're not always smooth, shall we say. Okay, we're going down to 5. And we're coming down to 4. Alright, one-time dealer. We will keep this. Our 4-land hand will be Land, Parhelion, Greasefang. You basically want to draw into Rona. And then also Mana Source. But we can get there. And that's what matters. Okay, if they're playing Greasefang 2, then we're probably screwed. If this is a Thought Season, it looks so bad. They're gonna look at our 3 cards and be like, what's going on? Oh, okay. Elvish Mystic. With Blooming Marsh, could be some kind of sacrifice deck. Could be Elves. Okay, less likely to be sacrificed with Lair of the Hydra. Could still be Elves. They need to have to play 1. Now, eyeing up my mana confluence. Okay, it is Elves. We were on the right track. Pretty wide start. This is almost so good. I think I don't play this because, again, draw into Rona. Rona doesn't let us cast the Greasefang either. We then still need another land because Rona is blue. And we need another black or white source. It does let us loot away the Parhelion, and then also that gets us draws towards it. We're giving our elf opponent a lot of time. That's a shame in the fact. That'll put us down to 15. These attacks. Okay, cool. Could be a lot worse. But we're only going down to 10. And yeah, I'm not showing anything else to our opponent. I don't want to give them any clue how to sideboard. If you see Otawara and Mana Confluence, you probably do think Legends, I guess. But you probably don't think Greasefang. Okay, in terms of what we want, the Portable Holes are good here. The Filigree Sark is good here. None of these other cards, I think, matter a ton. The Solar Sovereign's solid. Shieldred's not doing a ton. There are a couple of ways to kind of go off with draws in the Elf deck, but we'll probably either be dead or kill them before then. Before that really kind of takes effect. I want to keep all our enablers in. These Thalias, I think, can go. I think they may be actually. They are more likely to hurt us than our opponent with the Portable Holes. They have Collected Company, potentially Quarter Calling, but really their deck is mostly creatures. And we need to be as fast as possible. So let's sideboard like this. We've got the Silex, like a Ratchet Bomb. It's going. The Portable Holes is just interact with their early creatures. The Portable Hole does exile all the cards that matter in the deck, because Game of the Pack once it's in play doesn't do anything. It beats down at a pretty surprisingly good rate. Not that good. Alright, we're keeping this. Lands and spells. We have a pretty good chance of casting them. We do need to draw into land. We're playing a good number. And we have the Skrelv to lead off with. Oh, Skrelv is also something we could maybe have cut here. Though, with like chariots like that, you can get pro green, which is really good versus elves. It's a bit of a corner case one though. Not really worth. See. Could attack. In fact, I'm gonna attack. One solid thing about nothing to do here, if they randomly attack this land or elf, we will Well, we have the option to Django it. We obviously don't want to because we need our third land drop. But it's on the table. Okay, so they're all in like pretty like Moitai Elves. Alright, War Master's the actual best start you can have in the deck if they've got a 1-drop here. They don't. We could kill this, but we need our land. Let's see, what's the top card? The top card was a land, we would not have been punished. Okay. In that case, we'll leave this to Django around. Oh, we can Rafine because actually that lets us get the carry in our graveyard now. Love that. Alright. Well, okay, yeah. So the fastest start in the Elf deck is Llanowar Elf into Elvish War Master, Llanowar Elf into some stuff and you die. Generally it's a turn 4. Like that is a turn 4. Realistically the deck kills fairly consistently on turn 5. Into no interaction. Like many things, slower than that in actual practice. So here... Greasefang. So you know we've got double War Master. War Master is this overrun effect for 7 mana. It's not actually an overrun, but is not bad. I should. Need to bear in mind a little that the Skrelv can't block here. I don't mind them trading with the Chariot, so I'm going to connive onto the roofing. Make it so. Yeah, if they have like Nykthos, they have more mana towards activation, but it's still not enough right now. But like a couple of Lord effects will also power these up quite a lot as well. Or a I can't remember what the 7/7. Okay. We'll put Pyhelion in the graveyard. And we will discard Goldred. No, the second copy of Rafine. He's going up. Alright. We could probably in the Chariot, but again I'm kind of wanting to put it back away. In the yard. This is fine. So, they have a window to kill us here. Oh, Cord is big. What are we cording for, though? Cord for 3. Fortunately, no Azuri in this format. Shaman is good, though. Jeez. This is how Shaman works with the War Master triggers as well. Okay. So the War Masters go a sec. You then get all of the shot. Okay, so we're down to 9. If they have another Cord, if they can go find another... If that's... We block it. Oh dear. Three blockers. 7. Alright, everybody. Pray with me. Collect a company into. Oh, they hit a Shaman. Well, if you've seen my channel, you know Elves is one of my favourite decks. I've made maybe 10 videos across different formats on it, and here they are back again to haunt me. So, hey. Alright, I'll see you guys in the wrap-up. Alright, here we are with the wrap-up. A bit of a rough session. We got 1 and 2. We just get stomped by Elves. I say stomped, we were actually like just a tiny bit slower. We had the pile in the yard just like a turn too late there. But would have been, was fairly close. We do love to see Elves win here though. That's fair. Overall, deck is a little clunky. Obviously, we're trying to play 4 really colours with the Esper Chariot. And we do occasionally pay the price for that. Like, some of the cards just don't really go well with each other. Occasionally we can't cast them. However, when it comes together, as you've seen, it is amazing. And very strong. Would I recommend you, like, craft the deck? I would say that if you've already got the pieces, or at least, like, 90% of the pieces, go for it. It's a lot of fun. You'll enjoy it.
But if not, there's just so many. It's a bit all over the place. If you're not trying to effectively like have access to most of the format, I wouldn't recommend it when you craft it. But if you're close, maybe go for the last few cards. It is like super fun to play. I do think the deck has quite a lot of legs. Like, hey, you can up the number of mana confluences here if you're less worried about aggro, which maybe is the way to do it for best of 3. So consider that if you're looking to like make some changes. The Emery portion of the deck, like we didn't actually see the Emery Rona on time that often, which I think is really nice. The ability just having a looter to help you enable. One of the things to kind of keep an eye on is like how well we are at getting the Chariot and the Pilot in the graveyard, and that's really where these two come in. I know we boarded out an Emery in a couple of matchups. Maybe that's incorrect. Similarly, like these are generally better enablers. Rafine obviously puts some pressure on better in some matchups. The ward and being a bit more like it's a threat by itself as well as helping you discard stuff, but it is a little slow. So hey, bear that in mind. Overall, the deck's super fun. It is pretty good, and I recommend it. As far as the sideboard goes, we didn't really actually do anything with the Hope to Garipa there. This looks like reasonably solid stuff. I didn't really talk about it before. I did mention it in the middle, but the Tormod's Crypt, the Hope of Garipa, the Filigree Silex, these like artifacts-based sideboard cards get a lot better. Same with the Portable Hole to an extent when you've got Emery to recast them. Again, also if you mill through the Portable Hole of Emery, you can recast some of these, which is awesome. So the sideboard's fairly well built. I quite like Kaito, and yeah, obviously Thoughtseize is a great card. But yeah, give it a try if you're nearly there. If not, hey, want to watch. That's why I made the videos. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, please do like, comment, subscribe, share around. You Explorer, Discord servers, Reddit, I don't know. But yeah, really appreciate it. Thanks for watching. Peace soup.